Alright, let's see. Let's see if we're up and running yet here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Happy, what is it, Thursday? Yes, Thursday, February 2nd, 2023. Happy Groundhog Day, everyone. From what I've heard, it's 6 more weeks of winter, which seems quite reasonable to me coming to you all from Central Texas, where we just had a huge number of our trees die because of the sheer volume of freezing rain that fell on them and actually destroyed them with just the amount of weight of ice on the trees. Anyway, we're now here in Stellar Bay. This is where we ended up last time. Stupidly, I decided, even though we had the nav key to go to Stellar Bay, I said, you know what, no, let's do the hard thing. And we landed at Cascadia Landing, and I died like 1,000 times, getting my ass handed to me by all the animals along the way to get over here. And the lesson that I learned from that is it is time to buy a better gun if at all possible. So I'm going to be definitely looking into that. Now, along with that, we do have multiple quests here. Let's see what we got here specifically. And part of this is that we do need to get out to Fallbrook on Monarch. That's with Vicar Max. Let's see, we need to go to the Groundbreaker. Okay, Lilia hasn't heard from her agent in Stellar Bay recently. Retrieve the information he's holding at the salvage location and deliver it to Catherine Mallon in Fallbrook. So we got to go to Fallbrook. That's off the planet. That's off the planet. And that is a DLC that is also off the planet. So, alright. Let's see here. Is this stuff free to pick up? No, it is not. I wasn't expecting it to be, but thought I'd check. Okay, so... Where'd that just come from? Oh, got my headphones on backwards. There we go. That should make it easier to tell which direction sounds are coming from. Well, hopefully we'll hear somebody say something again, but for the moment, let's look around here. Alright, these are all sealed. Barbershop, but also sealed. What is this? No sign. I got some vending machines, though. Who's this? Monarch Stellar. Okay. Any guns? No, you have ammunition, but no guns. I might need to buy some ammunition, honestly. I think I ran completely out of energy cells, and that's my best gun currently. CNP, I think, is all food? No. Okay. I know I keep hearing their C's and P's song and all that, so let's see. No. Again, nothing useful there. I thought they were all about cysty pigs, but I could be wrong about that. Laura?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I didn't mean to scare you. I'll go. Okay. I was expecting, because it's a named character, that we'd be able to talk to them, but nothing new there. Well, nothing at all there. That was brand new. Looks like someone's playing. Reminds me of something from my childhood, but I can't remember what it's called. What do we got here? Probably stealing if I open that. Let's go ahead and head downstairs. This must just be apartments.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace sack reel before disposing of any corpses.
Sam, if you don't remember, is our janitor bot that has now been armed for combat, and he comes along with us. And apparently he's now out of bags for this victim here. Let's see what we got here. Magnum. Oh, it looks like it's a weapon mod?
Quiet mode.
Maybe? Purple Berry Crunch. Alright, let's keep looking around. Is this maybe a clue here? Yes, okay. Tossball betting slip. This is a betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. Good afternoon, Kingdom of Vinland. Welcome to the stream. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing in the bathroom. So we've got a betting slip. Okay, let's check this hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. Sounds like he was getting ready to run. Okay, was that it? Those were the only clues, I guess? Investigate left field, toss ball betting. How are you doing this afternoon? Let's check this room first, if this is even a room. Yeah, it is. And, oh. Can we check this? Yes. 2S Nandi. Mr. Nandi, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? Okay, definitely want to check in on that. 2I Rose. Isaac, could you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis swarms. And a mantis swarm infestation is everyone's problem. To be hecked. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of the day and night. Haha. But maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Okay. Must be some sort of disaster. Some sort of attack or something like that. Okay. Said something about something leaking from upstairs, but we've been upstairs, and I didn't see anything that was overtly nasty looking. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe whatever that was, it's already been cleaned up and it's just a false lead. Yep, nothing. Oh, wait, what's this? No? Just a melee weapon. Okay. Let's see here. Stellar Bay. Wait, okay. So again, we came in there. Up to here. Let's keep going along the right side of the road. Do the typical maze thing. Make sure we don't miss things. Okay. Just a resident there.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful.
No, it's not. Your child is missing? Where did you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
What a place to build a city. Let's see. Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A Raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the Iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Let's see. What were you saying about iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
The aristocracy, you say. Let's see. I gotta kind of read these things out loud because I've realized that the chat does not show up later. So from Kingdom of Vinland we have, does this sound like a cool Fallout faction? The aristocracy, a remnant of the USAF from Colorado that treats aviation as a religion. To them, aviation is a religion. Their capital is the USAF Academy. That sounds interesting. The one thing I would say is that I would not be at all surprised if the U.S. Air Force Academy was just completely wiped off the map by the bombs. Now, granted, I think it's been covered in one of the non-canonical Fallout games. At least that region has. But just the simple fact that Cheyenne Mountain is there, and NORAD is there, and the Air Force Academy is there, it is a prime target in the case of a nuclear war. But it is definitely an interesting concept, especially if you have them like still using aircraft. I mean, the only time we've seen, other than vertibirds, obviously, the only other time we've seen aircraft is with the boomers. So, let's see. Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprax could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe Marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs,
Good
and
Lord.
made him snort him. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
She's got a very vivid imagination. I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Good Lord. Okay. Okay. Let's look around the rest of the city before we do anything else, but let's take a look at the map. Where exactly is this? I thought she said southwest of the city? Maybe I misheard that. Let's see. Family Matter, Amber Heights. Let's set this as active and see if that shows up on the map. Okay, so it's southeast. I must have just misheard her. Okay. Let's keep looking around.
Rapmusk and Canadize, right here.
Sebastian Adams.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Let's see what you have.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. Does he have money or no? We could try selling some of the stuff we've picked up along the way. Like all this Raptidon meat. Sell all that. Okay. I've got so much crap in here. So let's see, Kingdom of Inland again. To them, air superiority is their divine right and manifest destiny. Fighter pilots are their holy warriors, and they use the cleansing fire of napalm and white phosphorus to destroy their foes. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I mean, the thing with all that stuff, though, obviously, is you do have to find sources of the materials and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting if like they had specialized, like some oil field that they had specifically for themselves to make the napalm and stuff like that. A mine specifically to get their phosphorus, and it'd be cool if it was even like, just thinking about stuff like, what's it called, like incense and stuff like that, where there's like holy sacramental versions of that stuff. It'd be cool to see like the sacramental containers of napalm and phosphorus and stuff like that. Let's see. What else we got here? Bennett.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
So he's upset that he's not getting all this stuff from the board these days. You miss the good old days?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
Yeah, the NCR, the only aircraft we see with the NCR is Bear Force One, which, of course, the president flies in on to give that speech at the Hoover Dam. But you have to imagine that they have other vertibirds and maybe some other planes as well. But the only non-vertibird we see is, I can't even remember what it is, that bomber that the boomers have. I can't remember what type of bomber it is. But anyway. Look, you're making me milk. Okay, sorry. I'll leave you be. Okay. Let's go in here. Okay, it's just a bar, but...
What are the chances of all the times and places...
Nyoka, I think this is a contact here. Before I talk to her, because I think she advances a quest or starts a quest, I want to find weapons.
Every time the punch clock heals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Jeremy Zimmerman. How are you doing this afternoon? What do we got over here? Rizzo's, Spacer's Choice, and Andy Cleo's. Yeah, no, I knew the B-29 was actually did crash into Lake Mead. I just couldn't remember what type of bomber it was. Let's see. I'm doing well. It's, let's see. Good you're doing well as well. I'm glad you found me on Twitter. That's where I've been doing most of my notifications for the videos I make. I think I just don't really know how to tweet properly, so I don't get very much reach with those. Alright, let's see. Still no weapons. There's got to be like a weapons merchant. I assume you can't just buy the... Oh, I was wrong. I was going to say, I assume you couldn't just buy those from vending machines, but here we are with Spacer's Choice. But none of these, I think, are better than what I've currently got. At least that would be my guess. Okay. Well, for now, I'm just going to buy some ammunition, some energy cells, I mean. That's, yeah, that'll do. Okay. Who's this? Grim?
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Takes more than a few gunships to scare me.
Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used.
I'll bet.
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Let's see. Should I use the fake name, or should I go with the character's actual name? I'll go with the fake name. I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
I was gonna say, those are definitely there. I've seen them. Well, not the cannibals yet, actually, but a lot of raptidons. Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna take a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Actually, I've been in hibernation for decades.
You're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
This poster sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Let's see. Yes, I do generally play on PC. I do have, well, I don't have any of the newest generation of consoles. I have the best of the last generation of consoles, though. I have a Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro and a Nintendo Switch, but none of the, I don't have the PS5 or the Xbox Series X or S. So, let's see. Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her. Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
You already did. Let's see. Is the elevator? Yep, it's up there. Let's call the ship in, because I think it's still at the other location. Let's see. And plus I need to get Vicar Max. I kind of like having Sam along, and I haven't had him along much, so I'm probably going to replace, man, what's her name again? Ellie, with Vicar Max. Yeah, I've heard the Series X is great. My brother-in-law has one, and he's been just going to town on that Xbox Game Pass. Let's see. Insert Hawthorne's ID cartridge. Okay. And there's the unreliable. Okay. Yeah, I got this PC December of 2020? No, 21? I can't remember. It's been a couple years, though. It's pretty good. Not absolute top of the line, but handles everything I needed to do. Okay, let's see. I got it back when I was planning on building my own PC, but I got it back during the shortage of graphics cards, so I figured I'd just go with a pre-built from Asus, and that's what I'm dealing with now. Let's see. What is this? Oh, is this Sanjay's office, maybe?
Wouldn't mind smelling like salt tuna if we could sell more of it.
Hey, Real76, how are you doing this afternoon? Vending machine for... Okay, do you have any guns? No. But I can probably, again, use more of this ammunition. Okay. Okay, this building's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. I just need to find Sanjay's office. Okay, this is the Saltuna Cannery. That's why it's so big. I was expecting there to be, like, an elevator like there was... Let's see.
Velma seemed out of sorts too. She's always cranky.
Yeah, the game I've had the Game Pass before. I used it on the PC version of it, and I used it to play Age of Empires 4. Hi-Fi Rush looks really interesting. I was watching the developer stream on that the other day, and yeah, there are a lot of games on there. Like, I think that's one of the best values out there in terms of gaming these days. Let's see. Velma Ballard. Oh, don't need my gun out.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
What are you talking about, Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Well, I actually know what that means. I can't pronounce it. Pescatological. There we go. It's fish health. Study of fish health manager. Let's see.
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Let's see. He'll have to come back eventually. You can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either.
Hmm.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him
I hope that wasn't that
get
Ed
his
guy.
lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I hope that wasn't that corpse we found. What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I could talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
You said Braxton was stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Aren't these some form of antibiotic? What's he doing with them exactly? He must be selling them. I can't imagine there's a recreational use to that. Awfully nice of you not to say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this Altoona, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 Spacer.
I'm willing to bet you Sublight has some pretty good deals here, given that they're the only ones that come in and out of this colony. I'll talk to you later. I gotta find Caleb. Let's see. I gotta find all these people. Okay. Let's check out back here. So, whoa. Oh, I was gonna say this should be their port access, but I was not expecting something quite so elaborate as this. That's pretty impressive, actually. Who we got here? Just a worker. How many of y'all have played the new Dead Space remake? Oh, what's this? Stellar Bay Ruins, huh? Let's check up here first. Got a Sublight ID cartridge.
Muting volume
I don't think
now.
anyone can see us. Let's grab that. Your wife's playing it? I've played Dead Space on stream before, and I actually have I've beaten Dead Space like probably 5 or 6 times since it originally came out. One of my favorite game universes. I've been playing the remake. It's pretty damn good. Let's see. My only major beef with it is that they replaced the actor for Dr. Kyne, and that's because Keith Sarabika is like my favorite voice actor, and he's no longer in it. Okay, so this is another way in and out, apparently. That's interesting. That is a weird shortcut. No, yeah, that's definitely true. Real 76. 76 definitely has better facial animations. Although I put a little bit of that down to the fact that I don't know, I can't even remember if Obsidian was working with anybody in terms of a publisher. I know Obsidian was the developers on this thing. But, I mean, I think that this is more of an indie game than 76 is. Although I have to say that, and so, you know, people always mock 76 and the whole 16 times greater detail and all that. I don't really know what to make of all that stuff. But I will say that definitely, like, conversations and all that kind of stuff have improved dramatically between 4 and 76. Let's see. The thing is, I think a lot of people haven't played 76, or haven't played 76 since Wastelanders came out, so they're not experienced with having actual conversations with the NPCs, but it's a completely different situation than Fallout 4. Let's see. What's this? Velma's container key. Let's check this out. Personal files. Please use the authorization code, or I can just hack it. Let's hack it. Hect B. Yeah. 76, it has its problems, but, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful in areas. Let's see. Bracton Hex files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmacological formulae, and musings on why Saltuna seem to prefer Borst and beans over plain Borstwurst. They're feeding these fish Borst and beans? Weird. My assumption is that's like a treat, because I can't imagine that that makes any sense to, in terms of nutritional, instead of, like, in terms of nutrition, it feels like you're putting in a lot of nutrition to get out some nutrition. Hey, Night Spearhead, good to see you. How's your day been? Let's see. Return to route. Messages. To Hecht. Braxton, the fish in tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. Velma. To Nandy. That's good. Let's see. Mr. Nandy, we really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. From V. Ballard. And again to B. Hecht. Brax, seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. It's getting ridiculous even for you. I'm worried that Brax is dead. Let's see. My day was not bad at all. So the past 2 days I've been basically working kind of half days, not really. I mean, partial days because of the ice storm in the area around me. So the office where I've been has been generally slow, or people have been leaving early, or there's just really not been that much going on, or you can't get in contact with people because other people are out of the office. So basically right now I'm doing design work on a street flusher truck for the city of Austin. And that one has just been a little bit of a pain in the butt because I'm working on it, designing it for an Isuzu, which is basically built to work as a box truck. And it does not work well with the trucks I'm trying to set up.
Not recognized.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, what are the current missions here? We got a lot of new ones. Let's just go ahead and find Tucker Needham in Amber Heights. You know, I haven't finished exploring the city, though. I wanted to find a gun.
Repeat the instruction.
Let's see. You know what? I can mod guns here. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. I got my plasma carbine here. Let's see if we can install some mods here. Mag to zap. Oh, I don't need to do that. Magazine size. That could definitely be useful. Mag 2 power. Changes the... It already is plasma. Mag 2 melt. Turns it to corrosion. I'll just increase the magazine size. Yeah, I gotta get better guns. You were there last time when I died like a dozen times running across the continent. Let's see here. Not continent, obviously, just a short bit of the landscape, but there were so many enemies there. Okay, that's where we came in. We have not checked out this building yet, though. Looks like another bar. Looks like this place is all bars and vending machines. Wait, there's a board vending machine here? That's so weird. I don't know. I just wish I could find some better versions of the guns I have. Okay, let's go ahead and start heading towards saving that person. I'm just going to hope that this increased ammo capacity on this gun, along with the fact that I picked up 1,000 new rounds for it, will work. Okay. Take a look at the map. Oh, that's a ways off. Well, we can still check out all these other ruins and stuff, so...
Rising. Concentrated amount of scum present ahead.
Am I the only one getting hungry?
I can't imagine how this kind of area would make you hungry, but, let's see. Oh. So we got some marauders. Yeah, pretty much. In fact, you know what? Let's save. Take a look at the map. Yeah, this is the road. I'm going to have to fight these guys probably, so let's just go ahead and get that over with. But we need to find some cover before actually engaging them. Oh, Lord, I didn't reload.
Ready to kill Florence.
There he goes. Alright, we got cover here. I'm down to my last 2 health packs. I forgot I had used all those up as well. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow.
Detected.
Your comment of dies immediately after stepping out seems prophetic now. Good Lord. I don't know. Maybe I need better armor. What am I wearing here that... do I have some... Oh, my armor's nearly broken. That can't be helping. Let's see. Do I have something better? Well, that's... Yeah, that's already better than that. Let's see. Let's wear this nice pink armor. Do I have anything else that's... Okay, that's even better. Okay. Anything else that I have? Okay, the helmet is at 29. That's probably the best I've got currently on me. Yes, indeed. Okay. This seems to be my best gear, so hopefully this will keep me alive for longer. Alright, here we go. Oh, again! Oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the cover system here. Oh, they're dead. Okay. There we go. Alright. Well, that went a little better. Some energy ammo and ammo. At least that time I didn't die. Let's see, what about this? More ammo, a little bit of cash. Okay. Wait, am I going the right way here? I think I am. Yeah. Although I could potentially cut through that. I see some Raptidons over there, so let's avoid that. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, it's just a Raptidon. Okay. I thought it was some sort of manta thing. Those things were the things that were kicking my ass more than anything last time. Yeah. No, I definitely go for the better looking armor rather than the armor that works. And that is not the way to properly play a game. I mean, you do you, but that's a good way to die a lot. You know what? Vending machine. Let's see if we got any these. There we go. I think this is what I need. There we go. Did that? Yes! Health packs. Okay. Let's again save. Take a look at the map. Okay, that. So this is an entirely different area over here. I kind of want to investigate this real quick. So I'm working on an addendum to the Powder Gangers video that I released today. A viewer noted that I missed one Powder Ganger by the name of Boxcar, and I had completely forgotten that there is a Powder Ganger inside the general store in Nipton. I've already started working on the script for that video. I'm going to be releasing that addendum for when? Let's see. Well, tomorrow morning, hopefully. I'm hoping that I don't run into too many issues when making it. I think I've got most of the footage already, but every time I say that, I end up having to go back in and look for another half-dozen scenes. Let's see. Pulse hammer, mag pick, heavy ammo, a little more ammunition. There was a building like this on the other colony. Why can't I remember the name of it? Anyway, we had to use it to run power. Is this the same sort of thing here? Sulfur safe power generation. Please wait for the system to recalibrate its gas sensors. Okay. That's got to be a quest to bring us to that place. Let's see. Yeah, Boxcar was the runner-up winner of the lottery in Nipton. The winner being Oliver Swanwick. He's the one who got to run off on his own, while the runner-up got his legs broken. Third place, they got sold into slavery. Well, not sold. They were just put into slavery. And then the rest of them were killed, or in various ways. The mayor, for example, was thrown onto a pile of burning tires. A bunch of them were crucified, and there were some others who were simply decapitated. Legion's a good bunch of folks. Let's see here. Okay. Again, let's save, because I think there are enemies right on the other side of this. Yep. Cannons. Jeez. Oh, crap. Luckily, I've made it so that Sam is the most threatening thing in here, so they went after him first. Let's see. Yeah, I do too. I also wish we could see what Nipton was like before it was destroyed. I mean, you can get a sense of it. Seems like it was a little version of Vegas. Gambling, prostitution, all that. Until it was brought down by the Legion. I kind of wish that there were more quests in Bethesda games to rebuild settlements and stuff like that. Like I really enjoy in Kingdom Come Deliverance when you rebuild Privoslavets. I always really wanted a DLC for Oblivion to rebuild Kvatch, and that never materialized. I'm sure that somebody's made a mod of it, but let's see. It just seemed like the thing to do, you know? You're the hero of Kvatch. Couldn't you also be like, I don't know, the Count of Kvatch at the end of the day? Couldn't they have done that with you? Plasma carbine, I gotta check that, because that could just be a better version of what I currently have. Okay, let's see. 156. Yes! Yes! I have a better gun. Now this one's gonna have a smaller magazine, but other than that, I finally have a better gun. Yeah, I also hope they do some better settlement systems going forward. I spoke to my patrons a little bit about this, and Night Spearhead, you are one of them, obviously. But the settlement system in Fallout 4 is just a little too generic. There are very few unique settlers that show up to these different settlements you set up. They all feel kind of samey. Oh, scrap mechanical. Let's save. I wish that there were more unique settlers that would show up at specific settlements, and that settlements would have kind of a different flair to them, you know, a different architectural look to them. I mean, and obviously, the settings of these places are different, but the buildings you build in them always look the same. And of course, that's up to you what you want to set up, but it'd be great if there was like specific tile sets, for example, that were available at some of these settlements that weren't available at others. Oh, jeez. Well, at least I saved. That was... Again, I don't like the cover in this game.
Entering quiet mode.
Let's see what we got here. Let's try this again.
Infestation encroaching.
Oh, jeez.
Bag required.
Holy crap.
Has been sanitized.
Got him. Okay. There he is. Okay. Okay, what else we got around here? There's a ringleader. What's this? Lookout with a Deadeye assault rifle. Let's see, check this. Oh, good lord, yes. Replace that sniper rifle. Oh, one of them is like something you might see in the 19th century when they're hunting elk or something like that, and now we've got something that actually looks like a military-grade weapon. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, keep on following the road. Yeah, there are a few unique settlers. There's one, it's a, I can never remember the specific vault numbers. It's the vault that is in the Finns, in the Finlands. No. Why am I having trouble remembering the name? Anyway, there's that one vault in Fallout 4 that's still operational. It's 88, I think. I even made a lore video on it. And there's a former member of that vault that wanders around, and you can have her come hang out at one of your settlements. There's the Vault-Tec rep, 81. You can have come and hang out at your settlement as well. And there are a few that, that are actually already located at some locations, like Nordhagen Beach has a couple of settlers. What's it called? Abernathy Farm has a couple of settlers on it already. You're right, 88 is the DLC. I never was a big fan of that, mainly because I never felt that you could really build a vault. It didn't seem like the build limit was high enough in that. Let's see. Whoa. I did like the stuff you got from it. I did like the fact that you did get the tile set. Trader Riley, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's... Oh! You both got to 81. Yeah. Let's see about that. And then, of course, there's also the robots at Grey Garden. There are the followers of Preston Garvey, the remnants of the city of Quincy. Another missed opportunity. They could have let us rebuild Quincy, and for some reason they didn't. I don't really get what that was all about. Sorry, one second. For some reason, the stream, like what I see of the stream, keeps falling behind. And so I don't know what it is that I'm showing that you can see. Finch Farm, yeah, and Covenant. Yeah. What I'm looking for is when you find like a bare settlement, like for example Jamaica Plain, and you start building buildings, like someone unique from the area comes to live with you there. Let's see. Amber Heights. Okay. Let's take a look at the journal here. That is where we're coming. Okay. Covenant is an interesting settlement, I'll definitely say that. That's true. I forgot about that. Tina DeLuca in Vault 81. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even gotten Sheffield. I've played Fallout 4 at least just on the PC for over 1,000 hours, and I've played it on other services, other systems as well, and there's still plenty of stuff that I haven't seen before. Like, when I was making my video on University Point a couple weeks ago, I was learning stuff about the game at that point myself. I don't know everything about these things, but I'm always happy when I get to dig deep into this stuff and produce these videos for y'all. Yeah, Covenant is... It's a weird situation with their whole attempt to root out synths, but they don't really seem to know what they're doing. The weirdest thing for me in studying University Point was discovering that the mayor of University Point had the same outfit as the mayor of Diamond City. It almost makes me wonder if there was like... if the mayor of University Point was a synth.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. We're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
Who are the iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems? What about the Raptidons or the Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
Oh, that's not a problem. That's a hurdle. It's like, oh, so we're just changing the names of things, are we? Let's see. One big fat happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Okay, this is feeling really culty. Tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Yeah, I mean, talked about it in my video. He talked to Kellogg, the mayor of University Point. I mean, he talked to Kellogg, and then waited until the night of the next day to call the meeting. And this was after Kellogg gave him a 2-day time limit to get back to him with the technology or suffer the consequences. And then at the end of that meeting, which again is already a day past the initial warning, he says, "We'll meet again tomorrow night." It's like, it'd be hard to see how they could have been worse served. Like, if it's not a synth, then it's just a really incompetent human, you know? Let's see. Tell me about Zora.
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Okay. Where can I find them?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Why are you here and not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Let's see. I'm trying to respond to your comment, but they're kind of like trickling in weirdly. So I don't know. I'm also having it to where, oh, my stream looks like it might be frozen. Huh. This is a little worrying. There it goes. Now it's going again. Did you all kind of lose track of me for a minute there? Or am I getting connectivity issues in general? Okay. Weird, because like the little viewport I have on it is kind of just flickering around. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go through your comments here. Let's see. Yes, there are plenty of incompetent leaders in the Fallout universe. I mean, at the end of the day, there wouldn't have been the apocalypse in the Fallout universe if there hadn't been that incompetence. Let's see. Curie is a synth. She's also the only follower in the game that likes it when you join the Brotherhood. Yeah, Curie's an interesting character because I feel like her identity isn't even really synth. Like, that is who she is, but it's not who she is as a person, if that makes sense. Who she is as a person, if we're gonna use the wrong term for it, I'm sure, is a researcher. Her whole thing is like, even when she was in the body of a robot, of Mr. Handy, because it was actually a Mr. Handy, not a Miss Nanny that she's inside of. Even when it wasn't Mr. Handy, her whole thing was still just doing the research. She's been constantly interested in science, and so her whole thing with joining the Brotherhood is, I'm sure she just sees it as joining a scientific organization as the being that she is. Her being in the body of a synth has nothing really to do with it, you know. Anyway, let's see here. I got it. Before I go, I'm looking for Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy. Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Okay. Oh yeah, Curie would love to be a scribe. I mean, anytime you arrive somewhere, she's always like, "Oh, do you think there are scientists here?" and stuff like that. What do you think we can study and stuff like that? Anyway, let's see. And I mean, she spent, what was it, 200 years, 210 years, studying things in a single room inside the vault. Well, not inside a single room, in that little half of the vault. And the entire time there, she was just doing research. She would probably just explode if she was able to have her entire job be researching the world. Let's see here. Iconoclast Revolutionary.
Oh, my stomach.
Okay. Bronson.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
Emporium, huh? Let's see what you've got. Any weapons? That's what I've currently got on hand. You know, I kind of want to get a heavy weapon here just because I don't have one, I don't think. Yeah. How much does this thing cost? 9. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I don't know of any big expenses in my immediate future. Let's go ahead and hook that up instead of the assault rifle, because that thing's a piece of crap. Okay. Take a look at the map. This, by the way, is one of the things that they really need to bring back in the Fallout games is the local map. And now, I'm going to tell you right now, the local map in the recent Fallout games has just been absolutely terrible. Because it's all been basically, they just like scan the world, drop it in there. With all of the little things where like Bethesda's like slammed a couple buildings together at strange angles, but you can still see the entire wall that's not supposed to be there because it's really one building. I don't know. And like this kind of stuff, it takes a long time. Believe me. Like when I was doing the video on the pit, where I was trying to like draw up the map, I was doing crap like this. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I was like drawing maps endlessly, and this is with by hand. And this one got destroyed, and I lost half of what I was drawing there. And in the end, I ended up drawing all the stuff in Photoshop in order to get it right. But seriously, they need better local maps, and really they just need local maps in general. You know? This kind of stuff is what you need to have in a game. The local maps we've been getting in the Fallout games either aren't there, like in Fallout 76, or are very bad in terms of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Oh, you're a GIS specialist. That's cool. Let's see.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
I've liked drawing maps since I was in 3rd grade, and they taught us how to draw topographic maps. Let's see. I've always viewed maps as, well, like, obviously, they're an important tool when you're trying to navigate, but at the same time, I also think that they're a great way of telling stories. Let's see. Iconoclast Rioter. Okay. Okay, Tucker Needham. Oh. What was her name? Agnes. The mother had us out here looking for her little boy, and here's this gray-haired man.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
It's Captain Hawthorne.
You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Tucker, you're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay?
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
She made it seem like you were in danger, asking me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, okay, she's got some points. I mean, on the walk here, we died twice. So, kind of a dangerous world you're living in here. But yeah, he's 42. This is kind of ridiculous. So, what do you want to do about this? She'll keep sending people to look after you.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
Oh, Lord. You want to fake your own death to avoid talking to your mother?
I know it sounds extreme, but I can't go back. I just can't. This is the only way I can think of to be free.
You're okay with her thinking you've died? Don't you think that'll hurt her?
I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for her to move on. In the long run, you know?
God. I'm gonna go along with it. If we do this, I'd need some proof that it was your body I found.
Oh, right. I guess you could take my daddy's ring. I've worn it ever since he died. Mama would recognize it right away. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my mama I died and you found that on my body. I know it'll be hard on her, but it's the only way.
Hey, Mark Taylor, how you doing today? Chilling in the bath, huh? Let's see. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, got Iconoclast reputation? Okay. Huxley, stay off this machine. I know your terminal's out of storage, but if you break this one... Sorry, I know your terminal's out of storage. Oh, wait, what? I don't know, I'm confused here. Is this not Huxley's machine? Anyway, I know your terminal's out of storage, but if you break this one, things are going to go... I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, up around here. Anyone else, as long as you know what you're doing, go ahead and clear work orders out when you can. Clear view work orders. Oh, okay. Is this all stuff we can fix? That's pretty cool if it is. Steam coming out of the roof. System water flow. Submitter Milton R. Description: the pipes on the top of my house are going to burst. They're leaking steam. Someone ought to fix it before they explode or hurt someone. Engineering 50. We can remotely reroute the water. Okay, did we just fix that? Cool. Yeah, no, they definitely focused on the settlement building stuff in 76. Again, I hope they go with more unique, again, tile sets, I think would be a great way to go. Like if you're in a place that for some reason has like Spanish villa style buildings, let you build those there and not elsewhere. Again, also have unique, what are they called? Settlers there. What was I going to say? Oh, in terms of, like, I just avoided saying a word because I don't know if YouTube's going to allow it. When I started making this addendum video for the Powdergangers, where I missed Boxcar, he is the most foul-mouthed character in Fallout. And I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. And I think what I'm going to have to do is anytime I bring him in, I'm just going to have to do bleeping just constantly, because I don't think they're going to allow it otherwise. Especially because this video is not going to be very long, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Specifically talking about Boxcar, the 2 Powdergangers that were taken as slaves by the Legion, and I didn't mention... I'm having trouble with names today. The second leader of Vault 19, Lim. I didn't mention him. I showed him, but I didn't mention him, so I'm going to bring him up again in the addendum. But yeah, seriously, half of the video would be bleeps. Because otherwise, they will definitely not be okay with it. I've seen people talk about videos that are a couple minutes long and have like 2 swears in them, and that's enough to get them demonetized. So I'm definitely going to have to do something about him. Let's see. Arcing electricity at the bar. Description: looks like the sprats chewed through the wires on the side of the bar. They're sparking up a storm. Science remotely shut off the power going through the bar's side panels. I'm glad I did all these points in science. Let's see. Haven't heard from the Wrapped House. Description, we ain't heard from the Wrapped House in a while. Send Milton over, ain't heard from him either. Someone needs to check it out. Hack, remotely reset the Wrapped House communication breaker. Man, I'm just taking care of all these. Dear Diary, that's a work order? Description, haha, hey Zora, I figured out how to add work orders. Dear Diary, eat it, Hux. Hack, erase work order. Done. And medical examiner's residence door sealed. Let's see here. Description, the door in the examiner's house of the med bay is stuck and it's completely sealed. Can someone get this thing open? Engage remote forced door lever operation. Emergency seals lifted. Work order complete. All right. Completed all the work orders. That seriously all just came from investing a huge number of points in engineering and science. Let's see. Ash? Okay.
Never seen you before.
You sure about that? You're so drunk you're barely sitting up straight.
I may not remember today tomorrow, but I damn well remember yesterday now.
Okay.
Wait, I mean... Nah, that's what I meant. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak.
What's your story?
It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it.
Scars on this guy's face say that he's really seen some stuff. You say you've been around the whole moon. You must know a few things no one else does.
The only thing I got to teach is get the fuck off T1. Or whatever they're calling it this week. Anybody with half a brain could tell you that. Look, you want to buy the drinks, I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance.
Let's see. Buy yourself a drink.
I can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so, I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the Hot Pole. You know what that is?
I assume that it's the hot pole? Yes, the hot pole of the planet. Yeah, the hottest place on Monarch is probably closest to Olympus.
Exactly. This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus.
Okay.
The other always facing away. Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off ass loads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcano's so high the peaks are in space.
Damn. So it's hot, it's high, and there's no air. Not much view. Sorry, not much. Not nice views though.
The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away. Pale gray with hair-fine cracks all over. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2. But I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment. Put my ear to the ground.
What? It's hot enough to boil water and you put your ear against the rock?
I did get a burn on the lobe before I smartened up. Put a towel under me. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down. Far off. Irregular. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell.
What's it mean?
Hell if I know. When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us for gravity, or wings getting stretched.
Okay. Heartbreak? What happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. A fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
Mercenaries? What did they do?
Mostly we protect the folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox. And I've been thinking about seeing it found.
You want mementos, wait, photographs? Or, sorry, what? Photographs? Or
thereabouts.
What if they're still alive?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
This guy kind of reminds me of, you're saying he reminds you of Hawthorne in Diamond City. He kind of reminds me of, what's his name? Man, seriously, names today. In The Force Awakens, like, was it? Yeah, it was The Force Awakens. Was it? No. Rogue One. Why can I not remember his name right now? The rebel leader who constantly has to like breathe in on his mask. Reminds me of that a little bit. Let's see. Can't you find them yourself?
Getting on in years, kid. Legs ain't working like they used to. Sulfur burns a little
Saw
too long
Saw
in the
Gerrera.
lungs. This joint's looking like my last home.
All right, one lockbox coming up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking outposts on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
Just his like whole neck armor thing and the gravelly voice. Let's see. I like that the guy behind the bar is even a rioter. Let's see. Okay. And these iconoclasts have a board-approved vending machine in their territory. Okay. Well, let's see. I think we're still on the quest to... Yeah, let's take care of this thing with Tucker and Agnes. And then I think I'll probably end things for the day just because I got to get stuff ready for the wife to come home. And then I also got to get that addendum video made. I'm not sure which one came first, Rogue One or this. And if this came first, I sincerely doubt that Rogue One took it. But if Rogue One came first, then I could easily see it being the inspiration for this.
Sam, did you
Let's see.
clean my quarters? I couldn't find anything this morning.
Customer order, clean my quarters. Processed and added to the schedule. Please respond in affirmative to approve this service request.
Stop! I just put everything back.
Thank you. Service confirmed.
Next ship, I'm asking for a door that locks.
Yeah, if Rogue One was first, then yeah, it's quite likely. Okay, so we can just fast travel back to Stellar Bay. But yeah, I got to get that addendum video done. I want to have it out tomorrow. I don't like leaving incomplete videos out there. And it'll be just like the Curie addendum where it comes. In the case of the Curie addendum, it was 2 days later. But
Organic obstacle
I think I
is
can get this
blocking
one out
this
tomorrow.
unit's intended path. Rerouting. Unsuccessful. Preparing to remove the obstacle.
I'll remove that cleaning attachment and shove it up your exhaust pipe.
Successfully rerouting.
Alright, let's save and then talk to Agnes. Oh. I have no idea who that is. I occasionally get these calls and I have no idea who these people are, or it says spam risk. If it says spam risk, I'm obviously going to not pick it up, but if it just has a random name, I figure they'll leave a message if it's important or text me. But yeah, the banter is great in this. Let's see.
Oh, you're back. Please tell me you found my baby boy. Where is he? Where's my little Tucker?
Oh, honestly, I feel kind of bad about this. What the heck? I don't know. Anyway, okay, we can go both ways here and just see what comes out here. Let's go with option 2. Tucker wanted me to tell you that he died.
What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense. Why would my little boy say that?
He didn't want to come home, and he said it'd be easier if you thought he was dead.
Easier? Thinking my little boy was dead would be easier? On who? This doesn't sound like my Tucker at all. How do I know you're not lying?
Good thing we got the ring. He told me to give you this ring as proof.
This was his daddy's ring. Tucker never takes it off, not even to bathe. And you're saying he gave this to you so I'd think he died? I need to think about this. I don't understand how it's all gone so wrong. Here's the reward I promised. Please, just leave me in peace.
Oh. I get this like triumphant music and I feel like crap, but at the same time, she's acting like this 42-year-old son of hers is like 10. I don't know. We got skill points. Let's see what we got here. See. Okay, stealth. You know what? I think I really need to put more points into long guns. Except for all that does is increase the crit value, the crit chance. Although that's already ridiculously high. Let's do 5 points in that. And then... let's see. Yeah, that's true. At least she knows he's still alive. I think I'm going to put 5 points in leadership. Okay. Alright. And I need to remember to actually tell my companions to do the special attacks. Alright. Okay. Like I said before, this is the point where I'm going to have to head off. I got plenty of stuff to do. I got to get that addendum video out. So, next time when we come back, we'll be doing more of these side quests probably, or potentially Radio Free Monarch. I think more side quests though. I think I'll exhaust the side quests before we move on. Anyway, the combat this time was definitely better than last time. I died fewer times. To be sure, I was in fewer combat situations, but it also felt a little bit less out of control than it did last time, where I was running away from battles constantly. So, next time we come back, we do more side quests, and I die less. That's the goal. Again, addendum video out tomorrow. Next lore video is going to be a Fallout 76 lore video covering the Raiders of the Crater. So, I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be out. I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks. Regardless, have a good rest of your evening, y'all, and see y'all sometime next week. Have a good night.